Yeah, what the hell happened to my shirt? It's 4:20 in the afternoon Pacific Standard Time. It is July 3rd, 2023, the Weaver Gen Z, Roseman, California. Yeah, so what's it tell you? Hot as hell. It's still about over 100 degrees out there. Even with the wind blowing, it's still god awful and uncomfortable as hell. But it is what it is, isn't it? And I'm really not quite sure how to deal with the heat, but I'm dealing with the heat. Yeah, at least it's 100 degrees, not 106 or 108 like it was a while ago. So it's moderately cooking. Yeah, you notice I actually did a video out there being depressing as hell, as it is, and talking about not depression. No, we are dealing with something worse than that. We are dealing with patriotism going amok. And how the hell am I supposed to be able to deal with that shit? Well, that's a different story altogether, isn't it? I'm supposed to deal with it, aren't I? I'm not taking back the videos I got. I'm not. Some things I have said, and other things I'm pissed off and deal with the consequences of those things. By the way, the shirt I did take off. It's still here. I wanted to do something about the July 4th um, anniversary. Our nation theoretically got its see, nice Star Trek shirt. Waiting for September 8th, unfortunately, and I'm not going to be looking forward to that date. I'm supposed to celebrate Star Trek, and I celebrate my brother's death. If my brother was up and alive and listening to this damn crap, I think he'd be asking me questions about it. But he actually was also asking questions about how his country felt about him and how he felt about his country, back then and now. He would probably grill me on this one, saying, John, what do you think? And why do you think of this way? I'd probably tell my big brother, Dave, I don't know what the hell we're doing anymore. God's honest truth, I don't know. Because when we have this kind of con- control frenzy idiots out there who are wanting things their way, think it's a National Burger King Day and everything else has to be their own whopper, their own flavor of it, and they can't even decide what the hell it is. They want, but they can't figure the shit out. And if they try to figure it out, it scares the living crap out of them because then they have to start thinking for themselves. Oh my God, what a concept. Them have to think for themselves? What do we do about that? Oh, wow. I listened to some of these clips out there floating around YouTube. All those nice zeros and ones plugging into that kind of nepotism, egotistical, narcissistic crap. Force fed down through our throats again. My God, I'm getting images of different movies left and right. One of them is The Matrix. The Matrix. Lawrence Fishburne tries to tell Keanu Reeves what the hell The Matrix is all about and shows him the representation of what the human body was supposed to be and how it's force fed nourishment from the generations of others. Gross. All the idealisms that we have, the same damn shit, we get recycled left and right. People get recycled, and we're living out with the recycling all the damn time. And the thing is, if I happen to look at it as a universal situation, the universe does recycle itself one way or another. We do have waste disposal mechanisms out there. They're called black holes. We have the white holes being distributing new matter. We have matter in between trying to recycle itself, reformulating, and reprocessing. Our planet does the same damn stuff. Our sun is constantly force feeding it on the energy it already has until one of these days it's going to blow up and we're going to be dying. Otherwise, we'd probably get the hell out of Dodge, but we can't. We don't have the technology, we don't have the capability, so we're screwed on that one, aren't we? Meanwhile, we're screwing our planet left and right. Even as it's been trying to recycle itself, we add our new garbage into it. And we get the garbage out of it. It's a hell of a cynical way of looking at our world and our viewpoints these days, but that's how we're dealing with it. From the early days up until now. Does it make me feel like an elitist? Like I know better? No, it makes me more and more depressed about the damn shit in the first place. He increases knowledge, increases sorrow. That's being paraphrased left and right. Even though we used it in the movie The Renaissance Man with Danny DeVito in it. But they're referring to the Bible, not Shakespeare. And even in there, I think, somewhere either in the Old or New Testament, that they were quite right. We increase our knowledge of everything else, and maybe we are screwed. And therefore, we had to deal with that, don't we? Are we? I'm not quite sure we know what the hell we're doing anymore. I don't know what the hell we're doing anymore, to tell you the truth. And if I did, I sure still don't know how to figure this shit out. It makes me nervous about this damn shit. Hold on, my dog needs something from me. Hold on. I can walk a short distance without the cane. Outside, forget it. Longer distance, I need it because I get dizzy like crazy. Makes me nervous and scared about what the hell are we doing to ourselves these days. I mean, here we are coming up to the national holiday of July 4th. We're supposed to be celebrating a divorce from England. That's basically what it was. We divorced old George, and then we got reincarnations of him in the form of maggots, saying that we wanted our freedom. We want. Do we honestly understand that? Not really. What are we doing to ourselves? Trying to kill ourselves in the process. That's how I feel we're doing these days. We want our freedom. We want our dignity. We want. Do we understand the cost of it? We understood about the cost a long time ago against our country, but we're still doing the civil war against ourselves. But we're supposed to be celebrating freedom. From what? The main reason why I did that previous video in the first place. We had so many setbacks. We had so many people trying to tell us what we're supposed to be free from. Are we looking to be anarchists at this point? I mean, absolute freedom from everything, and therefore everything's all our rule, and we have to force our rule down someone else's throat when they're going to be doing the same damn shit to us? I mean, this is a hell of a thing to think, you know. Instead of me talking about grieving and mourning and wondering what the hell to do next, the patriotism comes up over here, and I have to start defending it one way or another. Both ways at the same time. And people are going to be asking me, what the hell is your major malfunction? Well, you're doing this us versus them shit on us. Is that what they wanted in the first place? Is that what was really the importance about this holiday? Us versus them? Who are we getting the independence from in the first place? We had the elitism back then. We fought against it, but now we got the elitism here, and we still can't fight it. Does that mean we switch over to a communist or a socialist situation? No, because we still got the elitism. The group that thinks it's better than everybody else. Doesn't matter what kind of formulation of government we got here. It's still, I'm the top dog and you're schmucks. Think I'm not understanding this shit? Then what kind of government? We're supposed to have a representative democracy here, which means we put in the schmucks that we want in office that could help make lives better, theoretically. No, they want more money, more power, and they have to bullshit and connive us and cajole us and everything else. And meanwhile, we're looking at each other and thinking it's the other guy's fault. Because we've been told by the same schmucks we put into the office in the first place. Did we learn our lesson? Oh, hell no. Are we going to be learning on the lesson? Oh, hell no. Then what are we doing? That's a good question. What are we doing? What are we doing? How the hell am I supposed to be celebrating this damn crap? How am I supposed to be looking at myself in the mirror and ask myself, am I a true American or not? What's a true American? What's true patriotism? What's true? Fuck. Did our founding fathers actually had? I wonder if they actually had this kind of conflict going on inside of them. What considered to be a true person away from the masses? They say be true to yourself. Well, you can be true to yourself and you can be anachronistic, and you also could be um, I don't know, what can you be? In the eyes of some, maybe you're a hero. In the other eyes, you're an anti-hero. Or maybe you're the villain. If you're being true to yourself and you feel like everything else is going hell in handbaskets, you against everything and everybody else. I do that a lot, don't I? You. That should have been me. That should have just been me. But I put myself in a third person half the time. Or almost all the time. Try to talk to myself in this kind of weird ass function here. See the politicians maneuvering left and right, telling us that this has to be, this has to be, this has to be. You follow me, no, follow me. No, you follow me because I want absolute loyalty. I want absolute faith. I will reward you for absolute faith and loyalty. Worship me. Why? Because I say so. Well, then you're my enemy. You never been my friend in the first place, so why the hell should I care in the first place? How dare you? My loyal subjects, go after him. Get him. Let us humiliate him. Let us surround him and beguile and cajole, and then finally kick his butt. Go ahead, kick my butt. You dare mock me like that? Why not? You're going to kick my butt. I've already been kicking my butt for a hell of a long while, so what else do you want? My blood? You want absolute loyalty? You ain't getting it. You want my faith in you? Fuck you. And the horse you rode in on. You want to tell me that you have and I don't? No, all you have is an inflated ego with a head looks like the size of Hindenburg that should have been blown up. Or, I'm sorry, it already is exploding and you don't even realize the damn thing in the first place. I mean, you're flying around with your damn helium field, or was it hydrogen field? Yeah, hydrogen. You're ready to go off, aren't you? You know what happened to the people with the Hindenburg? Why do I use that example? Why not? It was a Zeppelin transport commercial liner. They've been already doing a few test runs, but I was going to be doing a run between here and New York, and things happened, and then the whole damn thing went boom. Lost a lot of people and a lot of lives. Inside the balloon and outside of the balloon. All went up in a fiery storm. Well, guess what? That's your supermassive ego and everything else attached to the damn thing, you narcissistic bastard. Tell me about your own damn elitism that you think you know better. You screwed up engineering inside your head. I'm watching for the whole shebang to happen. Now, of course, I try to use these things metaphorically because I don't do these things physically, and I don't encourage anybody else to do so. I'm just watching the ego go up in smoke. And the ego is usually our own damn subconscious trying to screw us over one way or another, or is it trying to tell us a message? People's wants, people's needs. I understand about that one there. When you keep telling me that I have to follow someone else because you say so, where's the freedom in that? But that is freedom. No, it isn't. Forcing stuff down people's throats like that, and you call that freedom? I don't think so. Trying to force a nationalized religion down my throat, and you think that's going to help me out? The same religion, or technically, supposed to be the same religion, different different sect of it. You know, Methodists don't do that to people, but they sure don't know how to screw people over left and right. So is the Lutheran, and so is the Baptists. And I ain't saying anything concerning my Catholicism either. We all have our extreme nut jobs in there who want their religion ruling over everybody in the name, theoretically in the name of God, but it's all in the name of their ego. You keep looking at history. You keep looking at world history. You keep seeing our examples, our mistakes, our decisions that we've made. For some people, it said it was manifest destiny, we have to follow this way. But in other directions, they're thinking, what did we do to ourselves? That's what I have to keep asking myself. What the Sam Hill did we do to ourselves? And quite honestly, I still haven't figured that out yet. So, I am forced to think about crap that we had done to ourselves. Give me 1 second here. Okay, just putting in a file name right now. I don't know what file name to put for my particular video here, except questioning sanity at this point. It's a long video, and I am bored the living crap out of people. I feel like a damn English professor, or a history professor, or a professor, period. I'm not letter academia. I'm still working on the damn Laura wrong. Shit. 57 years old. You think I'd get everything else right in my whole damn life? Yeah, right. Where the hell you been hiding at? You probably couldn't see this. This is Antelope Valley College on that bag, right in front of the clock there. I usually have this particular camera angle over here because it shows my family. It doesn't show some of the other stuff that you've probably already seen already. The teddy bears that you see, 2 of them, in fact. One's got the shirt. This says Antelope Valley College on it. Yeah, you might call it hubris. I like it. I called it home for a long while, but it's coming up to the point where I'm going to have to be flying away from them. May or may not be heading to another college, and if I can afford it, fine. If I can, fine. If I can't, and I'm stuck, and I deal with. Everything else is going to be charging me an arm and leg and everything else. Man, it sucks. No, not learning how to be an elitism at this point over here. It's seeing how everything else is being torn apart, and I have to deal and cope with that. I have to look at myself in the mirror and wondering, am I doing this right? I'm not doing this right. There's no way in hell I'm doing this right. And if I know what the right way was, I'd be doing it. But if it isn't, well, then I'm screwed with it, aren't I? So what do I do? So how do I handle all this? I don't have the answers that everybody else wants. And if they had it, they'd be scared to deal with me. I'm scared dealing with me, thank you very much. I'm already had enough issues right now as it is. And I gotta deal with that? Give me a break. I'm dealing with a problem of identity, probably a national identity. Am I supposed to be American? Am I not supposed to be American? And what is it to be American? Sorry about that. I'm shaking the table again, aren't I? What is it to be American? You got the immigrants with these dreams coming in, and we got these elitist assholes out there saying that you can't be a part of us because you're not born here. You got other elitist assholes out there contemplating the idea of removing birthright from infants. If you're born on U.S. soil, does that constitute you an American? Now, everybody who's been born here for generations are going to be screaming their heads off in this one. Because if we actually allowed that to happen here, we're not allowed to be a country anymore. We had sovereignty going on at this point over here when we actually had it. And now we got to question the sovereignty. We have to question the sovereignty at this point over here. We got no choice. These conservative assholes out there are wanting our identity stripped from us. What is it to be American? What is it about us? What is it about us that makes us a narcissistic, sorry sons of bitches around here in the first place? Blast it, we're turning into the Roman Empire. We don't even realize the damn shit. We haven't conquered any other lands except probably economically or having problems with them all over the damn place. But we still got our own ego riding high. We got this manifest destiny infused in us. And we think we're tougher than everybody else. We think we're better than everybody else. Are you kidding? We had turned out to be the Roman Empire reincarnated. Ugh. What is it to be a Roman? What is it to be American? What is it to be a sovereign citizen of whatever land we're living in right now? Ask yourself those questions. What is it about you that makes you elitism at this point? Are you better than everybody else? Are you going to demonstrate that with your elitism or shoving your nose in everyone else's business and telling you have to tell them your business is their business and therefore they will obey you because you say so? One way or another? Is this how it works? Shit, we did the same damn shit with the Roman Empire a long time ago. Not to mention, the Egyptians kind of enslaved people left and right. So did the Babylonians, Mesopotamians. Hell, even China did the same damn shit. Except maybe some of them actually did, like the emperor. Maybe the others didn't. I'm not quite sure about the rulers of the kingdoms in Africa about that one. I don't know about that. I know they have bloody sacrifices at Central and South America. Native Americans fought like hell trying to keep their lands. Tried to do trades and spread out because of hunting season. Tried to have a civilization. We all tried our way in different many forms of fashions to try to live with or without nature and also with each other or without each other. We never did actually learn how to be homogeneous with each other. And if we did, it scared the hell out of people because we want our individuality, we want our elitism, we want something pure. Oh, good Lord. Might I tell these poor deluded fools and idiots, you're still stuck on the second level. You're not even thinking about the fourth or fifth at this point, let alone third. You have to look at the damn bigger picture. You have to look at it. We live in a recycled environment. Nature was constantly renewing and recycling itself as long as it got its foothold on this planet and started. It was doing it. And then we screwed it up. Royally. Is that we get our heads above our britches. And guess what? We still had our head up our asses. It's no wonder I turned into be a cynic concerning about our countrymen here and about our society, about everything else that we learned. Because we still haven't learned. We still haven't. So yeah, July 4th is a cynical day. I can't define it. I can't define it. I'm having a hard time issue trying to figure this damn thing out in life. And now I got to figure out one way or another. Man, am I losing my touch? Oh, you guys want to kill yourselves with July 4th fireworks? Be my guest. Me and my dog are going to be hiding in the bathroom, hopefully with our radio on, not hearing all the damn fireworks going outside. And if the apartment complex hasn't burned down, I'll be lucky enough on that one. I'll call it a miracle and deal with that. Then the next day, we got to deal with the remnants of the damn fireworks throughout the rest of the month. I'm not looking forward to that one either. But no, I'm waiting for the big blast tonight, and I'm waiting for the bigger blast tomorrow night. Then after that, I can breathe a sigh of relief, wait for fall term kicking in, and then breathing a sigh of relief that I don't have to push myself again on a holiday like this. It's supposed to mean something to every American, but if it doesn't have the meaning, then what the hell are we celebrating it for in the first place? We celebrated a divorce anniversary away from England. But not from our own narcissistic, egotistical, sorry sons of bitches ego that we got running through our subconscious right now. Nope. There's no freedom from that.